The INC Aid to Humanity continues in Hawaii's neighbor islands. Joining us live from Hawaii, here's Alfred Asenas. Hello, Alfred.
Aloha, Alma, and aloha, CJ. It's a pleasure to meet you, at least virtually. And apologies, guys, I haven't appeared live in a while, so bear with me. Now, before we proceed, on behalf of Hawaii and American Samoa bureaus, we'd like to greet INC Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. Hau'oli lahanau, a very happy birthday to you po. And we send much aloha to you and your family. Because this month is very special for members of the INC. We just want to highlight, actually, take a look back a few days on an Aid to Humanity outreach event that took place here a few days back. And we wanted to show a clip from public figures, Hawaii State Senator Bennett Misalucha, and she has a greeting also. So if you could just play that real quick, and we're going to highlight what took place there as well.
I'd like to say aloha and happy birthday to Brother Eduardo Manalo. I wish you well and good health. May you continue to have the spirit of discernment as you guide this organization into good and challenging times.
So Alma, she is just one of two public figures who visited the event here on Oahu at Ewa Beach. Now, what you're seeing now with the pictures beside me are the similar events, outreach events by the INC on the islands of Kauai, Maui, and Big Island that will kick off in a few hours today, which is Saturday morning here. And it's going to involve providing relief goods to residents in their own communities. It's not big a scale as the one that took place here on Ewa Beach, but it is very much needed and crucial, especially on those islands when resources are very scarce and still scarce because of so many restrictions of travel between the islands. So it is a much needed boost for members of those communities to get help, which this month is also a critical point in time for the state as businesses are trying to open back up, especially the tourism industry, and then restrictions are being loosened a bit, especially here in Honolulu, where we are now on Tier 2 reopening strategy. So that is what we will monitor and get back to you, Alma, CJ, and to the rest of our crew on what took place right here on our neighbor islands. Another Aid to Humanity outreach here in this part of the world. And what will happen next for the INC in November, I believe there are some programs laid out provided by their networks to show some of these accomplishments by the INC. And we wish again, we wish Brother Eduardo the best in the days ahead. That's all I have with regards to the INC outreach here in Hawaii, Alma. I bet you're curious on what's going on here in Honolulu, huh?
That's right. Tier 2. What is that? What is Tier 2 reopening? Tell me more about that.
Okay.
What do we expect from there? Yes.
So, because here on Oahu, the average case count has gone below 100. And that's the key right there. And it has to stay below 100 for several days. That's where the mayor decides that we go reopen some establishments. And let me just highlight what Tier 2 involves. Mm-hmm. It involves no more than 5 people. It doesn't matter if they're in the same household or not, whether in beaches, in restaurants, social gatherings. So that's where we are right now In fact, if we can show the video on some of what's going on here on Oahu as far as Tier 2 is concerned. So we checked out these restaurants. So, and safety restrictions are in place. Social distancing is in place. Face mask is still a must. And we're trying to keep those cases below 100. And this has to last for at least 1 month. So by the end of November, everyone here is hoping that we go to Tier 3. Now, Tier 3, to remember what the difference with Tier 3 is that now instead of 5 people, you folks can gather for no more than 10. Again, restaurants, beaches, parks, social gatherings. So, and the case count cannot exceed 50 cases on a 7-day average. So I took some shots there. It's a pretty busy, especially that favorite mall of yours there, Alma. It's busy, even on a Thursday. But of course, you know, yeah. And you know, it's...
I can't recognize it now.
Well, it's still there.
It's still there.
But it's really crucial that everyone does their part in abiding by the safety procedures so as to control, you know, the spread of the virus. Now, the challenge, another challenge, I think Dennis Liu pointed out, was that we're trying to welcome travelers from Japan. Well, we still continue to welcome them because we opened it up a few days back. But on early November 6th, I believe, now they can start doing pre-travel testing before instead of doing the 14-day quarantine here in Hawaii. So we're monitoring the case count. We'll see if the measures that the state and local governments are working. So November is also a crucial month as far as trying to reopen Hawaii is concerned, Alma.
All right. Okay, thank you very much for that update there in Hawaii. Thank you, Alfred. See you soon.
See you soon. Alfred Asenes from Hawaii. We live in interesting times. Aloha.